I'm adding the last of the layers here on the front porch. Just a few things, mostly just bringing out these spooky fabrics, which you can get at the dollar store and reuse them over and over and over. There are lights that I'm adding and connecting, and we will plug them in and get them lit today. I'm not sure how many more I will add here on the porch as far as like string lights, but I will add lots of small lights. I will add motion activated cackling witches for if anyone that happens to come to the door trick-or-treating or just coming to visit, they'll get a fun little surprise. I've got my focus lights that I need to put out, a couple other little odds and ends decorations, mostly just lights. I need to open up this package. These are just a couple of walking sticks that are really fun, really spooky, and of course, salvaged from the party store dumpsters. We are almost there. I have a whole bag of skeletons still to hang. I have a werewolf head to stuff and pose, a ghoul to stuff and pose, a spider to hang, and these clowns to put out in the yard. I need to add the bleeding candles to this gorgeous candelabra. Some of you will remember that we found that in a public school dumpster. I just had to fix the crystals, but they were there with it, so no problem. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? So most of this is set up. I'm going to add a couple of things here and there, and then of course a bunch of little electric tea lights, like flickering tea lights, that'll be turned on just during the last week of October. And then up here I'm going to hang that witch, or she wasn't a witch, she was a fortune teller that had her own crystal ball that we saw at, I think it was Zurcher's. That's going to hang right there. Let me show you. Oh, this candelabra has some skeletons hanging from it. I might put some kind of candles or lights there as well. I don't know. Let's see. So we've put out webs over here. There is the other Pennywise, the new Pennywise. I also added these lights, which will be helpful. And, I put up one of the umbrellas. I've got the other one over there. I'm not sure yet how I want that one set up, so stay tuned. Let's see. I put up some black webs. A couple of masks. I have the spotlights set up for this Pennywise. And where did I put the other one? Oh, and then the green spotlight is over here for those little friends right there. I got the little clown nose that of course is from the dumpsters glued onto this scarecrow guy that is of course from the dumpsters and has been with us for some while and gone through several modifications over the last few years. What else? Let's look. Oh, I still have this whole bag of skeletons to hang up. Working on that. These are the noisy light up clowns that I got at the spirit store. I also put a werewolf head right there, and I've got sticks in the ground there to put some other decorations. This will be my clown's graveyard, a very small little graveyard. There's not gonna be too much to it, but it will be a clown graveyard, and kind of the idea that I have is that the werewolf has killed the clowns. So stay tuned. There will probably be a dead clown in his mouth and some other clowns around here. Now the main idea was killer clowns, but I'm flipping it for the graveyard so that it's actually the clowns being killed by a werewolf. Stay tuned. I also got this spider hung up in the tree. Some of you will remember we found him in the bins, and when we turn that on, it's a motion activated one that his eyes light up red and he falls down and then slowly goes back up. So it's pretty awesome. I like that one. Added some blades over here. I do think that's about it as far as updates right now. I added one of the bows to one of those guys. I need to get a bow for him. There are several noisy witches and light up things that I'm going to put out here. I need to hopefully get more of this ribbon in the dumpsters this weekend so that we can do this side, which will kind of complete the porch. I'm going to add some more Barbies, or at least Barbie heads and limbs. I didn't even do that. One of the kids did that. That wasn't even my idea, but I'm going to add some to that and to these pots over here and maybe some of the other ones. And I don't know, Olivia mowed the lawn. I need to go around and trim the edges, but I might not even do that because they do kind of add a nice spooky feeling. So we'll see. And of course I'll show you if we end up doing that, but it is It is definitely coming along. And tonight we will light up the lights, all those that we have so far put out. I am going to bring out the, oh, well, and that's something that will actually really help. There's the projector, and it'll project some figures onto there, which is helpful. But I still need to buy the strobe light. I'm not putting the fog machine out this week. I'll do that next week probably. Just a few more details that I've added. I've got more of the circus stuff that I need to put together. That'll go, of course, out in the yard. I've got stuff I need to finish putting out or just plain clean up. Not sure what I'm going to add here on the floor, but I am going to put something. I don't know what. There will be lights, like tea lights and other kinds of lights throughout kind of all of this, which will definitely add a little bit of something. And I'm probably going to use some of this spiderweb stuff kind of throughout here just to make it look a little spookier, a little more haunted. And then I will put some of it over here as well. And I've got a couple more things that mostly just like lights and stuff like that that I need to add out here on the porch. And I am going to add a little more webbing. Oh, I don't know, probably over here where these guys are hanging out. The next big thing on the list is putting out my canopy out here. I'm not going to put like a regular canopy roof on it, which is a good thing for many reasons. One, it'll keep it from blowing over, like there won't be the parachute effect, but also it's just gonna have like streamers on it. You'll see what I'm talking about when I put it together, but then that way people will still be able to see these border things that I've done, whereas if I put up like a solid tent, you would lose all of this, and I mean that would just be a waste and so silly, so very silly. Get creative, frugal friends. The things you can come up with, well, the possibilities are absolutely endless. With a little bit of imagination, a lot of dumpster creativity, and time and effort. Just stick with me. You'll see. It'll make sense. It will make sense, I promise. Plan B is to use this red umbrella from one of the umbrellas that we got from the dumpsters that we weren't able to repair. And my husband scrapped the metal that went to it. But we have the umbrella part still, so maybe we will attach it here on top of the canopy and use that as the red, and then have all of this as the parts, the streamers that are going to come off. Gotta find a way to attach the corners of that umbrella to stretch that out. My concern is that it will cause the parachute effect, so maybe I won't. And maybe I can play it off as spooky and haunted and you know, a little bit a little bit destroyed. Stay tuned, I'll figure it out. Okay, so all I need to add now are the lights on the outside, and I will add balloons at some point. But let's just give you an idea of kind of where we are so far. I really like the way that these kind of luau colorful lays that we found in the party store dumpsters. I really like the kind of pops of rainbow color that they have added. The way I have done this, you can still see through to all the other stuff back there, which I think is nice. The only thing that's bothering me is that over here, when you're coming at it from the other way, it looks like it's missing something because there's no fabric here in the corner. So I'm gonna add some there. My concern is I want everyone to still be able to see what's going on right here. I've gotten a little bit of work done on the clown graveyard. Still, of course, a long ways to go. I will add lights to that jack-o'-lantern pot, and there will, of course, be some dead clowns, things like that over here. There, I think that's definitely better, and it's not making it so that you can't see what's going on here. So I think that'll work. Yeah, yep. There's always a solution. Just got to get creative and get to work. These are all of those dollar store dolls that I found. They were recalled, last year sometime because there's like a lead content in them or something like that. So they're not safe for playing with, but I took them anyway, knowing that they would be part of my Halloween display. Not something to be played with, just something to be added as part of the spooky decorations. So I'm taking them off of their little things, but I'm leaving these zip ties around their waists to make it easier to hang them. So the key to good spider webs is taking it nice and slow, which is incredibly tedious, but it does make a difference in how your spider webs turn out, where they're all, you know, kind of spread out and a lot less of this kind of bunching. I can even improve this one too. Yeah, put a little bit up on this skeleton foot right there. Anyway, taking your time while you're doing something else, watching TV, listening to music, whatever, and working on them, it makes a difference. You will up your spooky game by putting in a little more time. I have all the lights hooked up except for the focus lights, the spotlights. There's that one for Pennywise right there. And then there's this one right here for the clown guys. The problem with those is they require their own special extension cord because of the prong has to be one of those. It's like wide on one side and not on the other, which is a huge pain. But I do have all the other lights hooked up and ready to go. I am still mostly planning on getting a strobe light, so that will also have to be hooked up. Some of these others just need the batteries put in. For instance, the noisy clowns and the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. I've got those in a couple places. They need actual batteries. So, and then I've got my little noisy witches. They light up and make sound. They're motion activated. I have those in assorted places. They'll just need to be turned on. I've got the projector light right here. It's going to project kind of onto this area. We'll kind of see what kind of effect that does. And then a strobe light would probably go over here in the clown graveyard, which is almost done. I just need like a clown to put right there in the corner and then a little clown to be in the werewolf's mouth, and then that will be done. But that's probably where the strobe light would go. Maybe over here. I don't know. I do still need to hook up the fog machine. I'm going to get at least one more fog machine, but I will have the one and it will be pumping right out this way. And then I want to have one pumping out this way. So have the like weaker one over here and the more high-powered one, of course, over there. But that's all maybe. I mean, I absolutely have to have a fog machine over here at the graveyard. It's not absolutely necessary in the spooky circus. So maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll do the strobe light over here and the fog machine over here. We'll see. But that is, Frugal Friends, where I have gotten to. I've got all kinds of lovely bones and faces and weapons and all kinds of goodies. It's been a lot of fun and a lot of work, but you guys know that I love it. And well, it's my favorite. It is my favorite. I just love it. I do. Halloween is my time. It's my thing. So, all right. The next time that you see this will be when it's in full effect. So stay tuned, because you're going to get to see it with all the lights on at night with the fog machine going and all the noisy characters and stuff like that. I want him to be able to be seen. Poor guy. He's all hidden back here. Oh, no. Okay. Anyway, we'll see you all real soon, Frugal Friends. Happy Halloween.